my guest this evening. I just want to thank Mr. Kyle Nicely, last week's guest, for coming on to the show. I want to switch real quick to the screen here and just share with you all things music lessons. Kyle's worked hard and built a great instrument lesson program all by himself. He's built an incredible reputation over the last couple years since he went on his own. So hopefully you can check out the website, and if you're looking to start playing music, Kyle would be a good place to start. And I think I got the right side. There you go. All right. So I'm very, very excited tonight. We have a new special raw food recipe and very, very special guest, the owner and sole proprietor, I believe, I got that right,
yes,
of the Good to Go Cafe in Cleveland. Welcome, Miss Anna Haruvas.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
So glad you could make it.
Yay, thanks for inviting me.
And you know, I'm really excited to talk a little bit about the restaurant and some things that you've got going on there. But you know, I kind of also too wanted to start, how did you get here? How did you get here? You are a friend of mine.
Yes.
And Patty was actually on the show.
That's what I heard.
Okay, yeah.
Healthy, cooking healthy for a family on a budget.
Right on.
Yeah,
and Patty was wonderful. She
yes,
was a blast. Did you watch it?
I did. Over and over again.
Mesmerized by Patty's voice.
I was. She's a natural.
But you went to high school with her?
I did. I went to Magnificat with her.
Right on. Now, I heard that you used to spend some time at the Brothers Lounge. What was that about?
My uncle owned it. Jim
Okay.
Rivers. Woo!
All
Uncle
right.
Jimmy. And what he did is, he's so magical. That was like really a great time where he brought food and blues together and actually like brought a lot of different races together in one area. I was very proud of him.
Wow.
I mean, a lot of people were scared to go to a lot of blues clubs and things were still segregated. So I think he did a lot.
So he took kind of like the diversity of the music community and brought it all to Brothers Lounge.
I had Robert Jr. Lockwood play at my birthday party.
Awesome.
I don't think a lot of people can say that. It's awesome.
That is.
Yeah, he was just great in business, and he's done great. He started the first blues festival, I think. So music and food was always kind of in my blood.
So you were born here, Cleveland, raised here, but haven't always been here.
No. My father owned bars and restaurants called the London Bar and Grill, across from Superior, like right across from the Terminal Tower.
So I'm already starting to think that this is something that's kind of in your DNA.
I fought it. I actually went to school and got my degree in finance and IS, and I was interning at McDonald and Company, which is kind of dating me. They're Key Bank now, but getting my Series 7. And then I was doing cold calls, and I was like, I can't do this.
So why you went to school for finance?
Because everybody told me I was good at it and to do it.
You were a good math person?
No, I think I was just good in sales.
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. So marketing kind of fun. Okay. So you got away from that. Where did you go to school?
Cleveland State.
Okay. All right, and it was after that point you went out west?
I first, after high school, went out west, and then I came back to get a real job, go to school.
So what did you go out there for, just a party?
Theater, music, chasing those boys in the band.
In LA?
Yeah, wherever,
That'd be a good place to find them.
A lot of truck stops, a lot of places on tour you stop.
So I think Patty did mention something about,
she probably did.
But, so you came back here, you went to school. Obviously, we know what's coming here. It's in your blood. You get out of the finance thing, and were you healthy at that point?
I was healthy. I was working on a lot. I thought I was healthy. I was very thin. And I was, I worked very hard. I worked out every morning, but I wasn't healthy. I think a lot of people confuse being thin and fit with being healthy inside. Sure. And I did that for a while, and I was bartending, waitressing, paying my way through school. And I had met Nick, who owned the Mardi Gras. It's a big place on East 21st. Okay. And he had opened up a cafe, and he wanted somebody to help manage it, so I took it over. And I was working these crazy hours, working out, and as long as the scale didn't move, I assumed I was healthy.
Right. So were you running the place? Or?
Yes. Within 1 year, I bought it. Because the hours I was putting, I said, you can either sell it or I quit. Just kind of.
Well, what I understand from the restaurant business, it's very tough. Even to make it your first year.
Yeah.
And I've worked in North Olmsted for the last 7 years, and I've seen a lot of restaurants come and go. Places they even think have a niche, even if like Mexican food restaurants.
Right.
I've seen a couple of come and go on there. And, so you had to get past that. What was your really secret to your first year of taking a big deep breath, okay, and saying, hey, I made it this year?
I think it just has to be what you want to be. Like, it has to be a passion. I always tell, I have a lot of friends that have made it in the music business, thank God. In theater, when I lived in New York, I tried that too. I've kind of tried it all, but I think it has to be your passion. You have to really want to do it. Waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning and thinking about food. And my thing has always been the love of people. And it's easy for me to communicate with people through food. It's, I think, a great equalizer. Everybody has to eat. Everybody gets hungry. And the things that people tell you, it's an intimate thing. They're allowing you to come into their lives. You're feeding them. You're helping them. It's a really wonderful experience, and it was just a passion. And I just stayed there, and I connected with my customers, and I listened. I think I didn't go in there saying, this is my menu, and there's no substitutions, and there's no this, and it's my way or the highway. And plus, if people didn't have enough money, a lot of times I'd like, you're a little short. It was more of a community, I think, which was a big risk, and sometimes it's worked against me, but overall, my customers are amazing.
When you said your friend Nick had the place,
yeah.
What was it called then?
Mardi Gras.
It was Mardi Gras.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it evolved, the same place evolved to Good to Go?
I started, the hours I was working and the stress of owning a small business, and I took it from $250,000 to $500,000 within the first year. And that's a lot for a 24-year-old kid. Like, it's crazy, and I wasn't classically trained. And so it was a lot of trial and error. And I was having stomach issues, and I wasn't sleeping enough, and this and that. So I had met this chef in New York, and she was doing these amazing things. And her name was Sarma. She was starting this raw food and these healthy eating, organic. And it kind of helped me. So when IMG had asked me to come over to their building in 2001, I decided that was my chance to change my whole concept. And that's when I gave birth to my youngest, Good to Go, and made it organic and local and just a little more on cutting edge. I had raw food right at 2001.
So in that, when you made that transition, did you visualize Good to Go being somewhere that you would be today, 10, 12 years from now, or from then?
No, I didn't. I think if it wasn't for, IMG is great people to have in the building too, and I learned a lot. And having the clients I did, it's really tough. You have to, a lot of times you have to sell what other people want. I still sell a great deal of bacon, even though I would never eat it. Sorry. People love bacon, they love butter.
My kid loves bacon.
They love it.
Get bacon.
And that's fine. If your body can break it down, my body, when it gets it, I'm allergic to it, I get sick. So it's knowing what's good for your body. Is when you were asking me, were you healthy? There's a lot of thin people that are unhealthy. There's a lot of people that they eat meat and people are like, oh, they're so unhealthy. No, if your body can break it down, eat it. Grass-fed, I'd prefer local, sure. But eat what your body can break down.
Okay, so I have to ask you.
Yes.
I know that in the restaurant business, it can be especially easy for the people that work for you to steal from you. Mm-hmm. And this is one of the things that I hear a lot in restaurants. I think somebody even wrote a book about how to steal from restaurants.
Right.
Did you hire all the people that worked for you?
Yeah, I couldn't even, I was thinking about this the other day, because October 1st it'll be 18 years of being self-employed with both the locations, and I couldn't even tell you the hundreds of people. And it's so crazy how clever they are stealing. You'll have a busboy that'll take product out in a garbage can, throwing it out as garbage, and then coming back around later and taking it out. You'll have people steal right out of your register. You'll have people that'll hit no sale and put money in. It's crazy. Or give their friends product, which is stealing.
And obviously that affects your margin. And I also read that the restaurant business, I think it's good to have an average margin of 3%. Is that right?
I don't know.
That seems low to me.
That seems really low.
That seems really low.
That seems really low.
And the article I had read, and I don't remember where, but it was like how hard it is for restaurants to survive. because of all the shrink that they incur and advertising that they have to put out in the beginning. So that in the beginning, the profit is obviously very low. You made an investment up front. How long was it before you said you went from $250,000 to $500,000?
Yeah.
How long?
In the first year I had it.
The first year.
Yeah. But I mean, I think networking, I think listening to your customers, I think connecting with them, you'll get more catering, things like that, and learning how to deal with your employees. Like I feed all my employees free. I let them drink, like non-alcoholic. Sure. I don't sell alcohol, but I let them drink, and they have days off, they vacation, I pay them well. I think you get a lot of animosity in people that are working double shifts and that are hungry and thirsty, and those are the people that more or less are gonna feel that they're owed something more.
Right, that's great approach. So as far as the marketing of Good to Go, was it initially all of your ideas, I wanna go, healthy and promote healthy?
Yeah, I tried that. And that didn't go so well. Because you can't build a restaurant, you can't build any business that you would like to hang out at. That's your clubhouse. That's when you have a man cave or you have a dinner party, and then you can serve what you want. But I forgot the most important role of listening to your customers and actually knowing what they want. And people wanted fast, friendly service. And they really didn't mind paying a little more to know it's helping the community. And then I've eventually moved to the community I worked in to understand it more. I mean, I think you have to be out there. I do a lot of charity work. I try to stay in tune with everything and not just become isolated.
What kind of charity work?
I do a lot with Dinner in the Dark. I love them. I think they're great. It's like a open, they call it an open mic or a chef's jam for chefs. And it's incredible the chefs you meet. Like I met Rocco Whalen, awesome, loved him. Eric Williams from Momocho, Paul Manillo, like all these great chefs that I looked up to and heard about and watched. And you cook with them and you're helping plate their dishes and you're getting tips for how to make yours better. And got to go to Veggie U at Chef's Garden. That was great. Huge kitchen, just great opportunities.
I know.
Yeah.
So do you bring bring food to these events?
I do.
And cook at the events, or do you bring? Okay.
And they let me do a raw event, which actually just got national press for Veggie U through Dinner in the Dark, which is great. I did a raw beet ravioli, and they chose that picture to go for it, so it's nice.
And you have a catering business attached to this as well. Did it start off with the catering business?
No, I started branching out into that. And it was good. First you start with breakfast, the continental, like muffins and bagels. And then when I moved over to IMG building, I actually got to meet people that played for the Cavs, for the Indians, and I started to do their catering. And that was a whole nother thing. It was exciting. You get to meet so many different people and teach them about nutrition, and they teach you about things. It's nice.
Do you have do you also do a mobile vending type of thing?
I haven't done a food truck. I do off-site quite a bit, but I just bring my product. I usually cook there. You can always get equipment for that. Rocco let us use his truck once. He's very nice. Once it's a great community here. Once you start to talk to people, they really want to help you. They want to see you succeed. Sawyers have been great. I forgot about them. They're awesome. I know I'm forgetting tons of people that have been so nice.
So 12 years later, and obviously you're having fun.
I am.
That's crucial.
Yeah.
I can tell by the smile on your face.
Yeah, that's good.
Even when we pulled in the parking lot, you were smiling.
Yeah.
So, are you going to continue this? Is this something that, you see this as your career? Is it Good to Go Cafes your end, or have you thought of opportunities as far as branching out and franchising, or?
I love small business, but I think the older you get, it's harder, and you have to to take care of your health, to be healthy. You really have to think about long term and passing the torch. And I think it's great. Right now I'm working on my raw line, and I've been selling my Aunt on the Raw kale chips. And they've been doing really well, and trying to get them into Earth Fare or Whole Foods in a store. And that's really fun because I believe in the product and it's helped me. So I think that would be great. And keep Good to Go as probably a grab and go. And then I'm working with some investors now about doing a restaurant that I could probably franchise and chain, which would be nice.
Let's talk about the kale chips for a second, because
let's talk kale. I can do that all day.
I've been eating a lot of kale.
It's so good for you.
And that's what I read. And I was at Nelson's Ledge's Quarry Park last weekend, and a young lady there had a box, and I thought it was like a Trader Joe's box. It looked like a Nature's Basket type of thing. and we were eating kale chips out of it. That's the first time I had ever had them. And they'd been passed around a lot, and they were broken up in really small pieces.
Right.
But is it just how do you make them? I put them in the oven with some oil and...
Well, clearly I make them the best ever. And I feel bad that for people that haven't tried them yet. But
I don't want to ask you to give away any secrets.
I can give you, for me, using organic or fresh products the best. I have a dehydrator. To keep it raw, you can't cook it over 118. I keep it at 110. To have a healthier snack besides a potato chip, you still can do it in your oven, keep it at warm. It's going to be 200, so it won't be raw, but it's going to be incredibly healthy.
So what about the nutritional value of it when you dehydrate it like that?
It's alive.
It's better than cooking it.
Yeah, I mean, when you dehydrate it, it's still alive. So they say kale is has more protein, more benefits than even beef. People are always worried when you're raw foodist or vegan, how do you get your protein? Well, you get it through nuts and leafy greens and things like that. But it's like the superfood. But when I would eat kale, it was so bitter, I couldn't stand the taste of it. And I was also trying to get off eating a lot of junk food and crackers, and chefs get in this habit of eating just junk after working and cooking all day. So I had tried some kale chips, and I started to experiment. And I like red pepper, jalapenos, I like a little spice, raw cashews. You can put nutritional yeast in there because it'll give you vitamin B. A lot of people are lacking that. That's the one thing that vegans lack a lot.
I just read that leeks actually have a lot of vitamin B.
Throw those in there.
I've been buying those the last couple of weeks, and I enjoy it. I mean, the
They're
taste
awesome.
doesn't seem out of the ordinary to me at all. I mix a lot with bananas and strawberries and stuff, but it's great. So dehydrating it, do you dehydrate other food as well? Or?
I am. I've done some other things. I'm working on some new lines of a sweet potato and an apple ring, and I just really, the kale I'm really comfortable with, and I want to be consistent. I don't, that's the worst thing, I think, for me when I like a product and then it changes, or you like a dish at a restaurant and then you go there and they change it, and you're like...
Well, I'd say the creativity comes from somewhere. Mm-hmm. This is obviously a passion of yours, so to keep it fresh, do you change your menu, or where do you get your ideas from? Or they just come from experimentation?
I think it first started because just being Greek and watching my grandmother, my yaya, cook, and just everything was around food. But it was always slow food. I wasn't raised in a typical American style household where everything was fast. We never ate out or had junk food. We were only allowed to have water and milk growing up. So we really cooked our meals. We took time, hours, and then we sat at the dinner table, and there was no TV and no phone, and you talked. And I think that carries on with everything I do, and travel. I travel quite a bit. I'm planning a trip in New Zealand. I'm planning a trip in Italy. I think it's really good to go to a different culture, even if you just go to Amish country or you go an hour away, and check out some local places and see what they're doing, or go to Chinatown or a Latino community and try out what they're doing as street food. You're going to understand a lot more. It's going to bring a lot more flavor and a lot more experimentation into your food.
So you've been to New York?
Yeah, I love New York.
Boston?
I live there, yeah.
Have you been to Boston?
I haven't been to Boston.
So I lived in Connecticut for a couple of years, and about 10 years ago, 2002, 2003, and 2004. And it was nice because you're an hour away from New York City, an hour away from Boston, and you could take little day trips, this world. One of the things that I remember going to New York was trying different things. We went to Chinatown.
It's awesome.
There were some Thai places down there as well that are totally different than what you think Chinese food would be.
Right.
But I always wonder, it's when you come back to the States, and you have to bring these ideas to Americans, it's not exactly Mexican food is obviously not exactly how it is in Mexico.
Right.
So how do you you have to translate it?
You do.
To make it appealing.
But Cleveland's really great about that. They're so experimental. Especially if you're doing a charity event or you're doing a fundraiser and you just put it out there, people will try things. I've had people try, I did a carpaccio made out of buffalo. And you would have thought nobody would try that, and they tried it. If you plate it and you explain it, I think it's all about sales and people feeling comfortable with you. Once they trust you, they really will try things. They'll tell me when they don't like it.
So when somebody comes to your place or talks about your place and says, "Oh, what should I get?"
They always do that, and that's my one thing that makes me a little crazy, but I guess it's good, is nobody reads my menu. I could spend all the time in the world making one, but they're always like, what should I get? I'm like, okay. So that's good.
Do you find yourself recommending like different things just to...
I try to steer everybody towards away from deli meats, no matter how good they are, the boar's head I carry, things like that. It's still processed. I try to do everything, the free-range chicken, grass-fed meat. There's a lot of great options out there, and I try to push people towards that. They actually say they feel better, so I think trying to eat clean is good.
You sent me this thing on, well, part of our recipe tonight, cilantro. Yeah. And you know what, and honestly, you know, I looked up kale, I Googled kale, and I Googled leeks, and I have not with cilantro, and I didn't realize that all the properties that cilantro really had to it. I just thought it was something that they threw green and put in salsa, you know. But obviously, you know, all of these things have been used for thousands of years. And, you know, when you say, you know, you're steering people away from processed foods, is it because that obviously we know that, you know, there's a severe or really big breakdown in the nutritional value? I think that would be my main concern, is why I've been eating raw food. And I want to eat it fresh off the vine as I can, because I want the most nutrient value. So if you're steering away from processed foods, deli meats, what else?
It's everything. If anything that can sit on a shelf, don't have. Like the first thing you walk into a grocery store is all the fruits and vegetables, and it seems like everybody runs past that, and that's where you should spend the majority of your time. Not like just go to the market more than once a month, once a week. It's okay. Like we're not going to have a war, thank God, right away. We're not going to like need to stock up on tons of like macaroni and cheese.
Carbs.
No, and it's just silly. For me, I got really sick, and I was on 8 different meds a day. I was going to the doctor all the time. They wanted to take out part of my colon, and I had gotten really sick. So for me, it seems like for people to go raw or to spend money organically, it has to be because they want to get their health back. And I strongly recommend that you should eat and spend the money now so your health doesn't get bad, because it's going to be a lot less in the long run. And I started doing the raw, and I'm off all my medications. Nobody's operated on me. People think I tan, they call it the glow, or bleach my teeth. And recently I've been dating a chef, and I started eating cooked food again. And within 6 months, I've gained like 15 pounds, but I just don't feel as good. I'm sluggish, so I'm actually starting to go begin a juice fast for 21 days. And you can see it on my Anna on the Raw. I'm gonna like blog about it, and then just see the difference. It just is what works for me. But for other people, my brother, he can eat meat. I tell people all the time, you just have to find out what works for you. But the one thing that I would say works for no one, and I think is another reason why we have such high levels of ADD and all these other things in our children, is that we just feed them processed stuff. I mean, like raw milk, if you could get it, or raw cheese is really good.
Right.
They have it in all other countries, but for some reason here we have to cook everything, FDA approve it, and it's killing us and making us fat and sick and
dying. Matter of fact, there was a Netflix
I love that
show that was on Netflix, and the guy travels across the country juicing and teaching people about juicing. You know, I thought that was great. So you're going to blog about this?
Yeah.
Okay, so where do we go to your blog?
It's going to be scary. AnnaInTheRaw.com.
AnnaInTheRaw.com.
Yes.
Make sure you got that, folks.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
It starts in the morning. You're going to... Now, what's the difference between, for you, are you using a Vitamix?
I love Vitamix.
Are you juicing?
I have a juicer, but Vitamix you can pretty much everything in. And I just like it because it's so strong and it doesn't burn out. I've had blenders, I've had things, they burn out so fast. I know it can be a little pricey, but you can do everything in it. You can grind nuts, anything. Leafy greens. It's just really valuable, I think.
Right on. We got one, well, right before we started doing the show in early May, and been using it since then. And I had already been juicing before that with the Juice Man juicer, but you had all the pulp, you know, around the top. And we would try, you know, to save and freeze some of it and make bread. Make bread with it, which is really good. But you know, it was most of the time we would just end up throwing it out and juicing. That's was probably the biggest thing for me when I got the Vitamix, is I felt like I was getting more food, and
Right.
I wasn't just getting skinny.
Yeah.
You know, like you were saying.
Yeah.
And I do feel more healthier from eating, you know, the whole food. And my dad, as a matter of fact, I hooked my dad up on this. And my dad and I are about the same size. He's heavier than I am. He called me the other day and says, you know, he goes, we've been blending our food and really watching what we've been eating and taking, you know, the advice you guys talk about on the show. And he said he is down to lighter than, well, when I was a baby.
Aww.
You know, which is amazing for you to, it excites me to see, you know, people change, and I've been seeing and noticing a lot more of it, and which was part of the reason I wanted to get people on here and talk about Healthy Cleveland, because I really do believe that there is a healthy consciousness sweeping, and maybe it's just not just Cleveland, you know, maybe it's everywhere, but obviously something that's important to us. So, you know, you're recommending, obviously, people to do the raw more than the cook.
I think even if you just do 50-50, if you could have a meal and a snack a day, and it's so easy in the morning just to blend a fresh juice. If you could do that, you're going to help your body so much. But getting away from medication, we're so over-medicated. And like lately I've been craving avocados, spinach, and beets. And then I was looking up what it is in garlic, and I was like, oh, it's my liver. But I was thinking from all those years of being on prescribed medication, my liver is probably completely polluted. And then I went to the acupuncturist. She said the same thing. I like all that alternative. But your body actually craves what it needs. So if you're craving carbs, you know, just have a healthier one. But your body will let you know exactly what it needs. It does. We just don't listen to it.
Right. There's always a voice telling us what the right thing to do is. So we're going to go to a break here.
Okay.
And when we come back from the break, we have lots more to talk about.
Yay!
And I'm really having fun. I'm so glad you could join me tonight. Thank you so much. So make sure you check out AnnaInTheRaw.com. Go to the website. So you're going to start the juice fast when?
I'm starting it, oh my gosh, I have the date in like 2 weeks.
Starting in a couple of weeks.
Because I have a couple big things coming up.
Okay. All right. And when you do the fast, I got to ask you real quick before we go to the break. When you do the fast, this is like a cleansing thing.
Yes.
It's to detox.
Yeah, to reintroduce food to see what you're allergic to. Like if you're getting bloated in certain areas or dark circles, or you're getting cramps in your hands or joints, or you're getting a rash. You can reintroduce things and see what you're allergic to, because your body does change. You're completely you can restore your body completely like a snake.
Awesome.
We forget that.
Well, like I said, we got plenty more to talk about when we get back from the break. And I wanted to ask you too, you know, are there any local bands that you like, or is there anybody musically around here other than Robert Lockwood, because he's passed away?
I know. Ha Cha Cha.
Who?
Rosie, my friend Rosanna, is a drummer for Ha Cha Cha. They're these great, like, hard rock women band.
Right
I think they might have a guy bass now. Sorry if you do. But she just rocks out, and they're really doing great. You got to look them up on YouTube.
Well, we'll talk about it on the break. When we come back, maybe we'll catch some of that too. We don't have a live musical guest tonight, but we'll check it out on YouTube here when we get back. Thanks a lot, folks. Chris, go to the break. We'll see you back here in about 7 minutes.
User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com. It's been 6 years in the making. 6 years. Uncensored Net Noise's 6th anniversary bash. September 7th at the Foundry in Lakewood. Live on stage will be Morality Check, Kriya Diaz, Demons Within, and the show is hosted by comedian Josh Womack. And they're going to be broadcasting the show live. Tickets at the door are $5 for 21 and over, and $8 for under 21. Uncensored Net Noises 6th annual birthday bash, live at the Foundry in Lakewood. Brought to you by Cocaine Energy Supplement. All the dirt you need to know is at uncensorednetnoise.com. Check out Uncensored Net Noise every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Uncensored Net Noise on MorningShowCentral.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. By logging on to lovecocaine.com. Pete 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe, the Printer Guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC, and you know what saved them? Rectified backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectified backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectify can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectify.com. That's RECTIPHY.com.
Oh,
Wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
All right, we're back with Anna in the Raw. Not really.
No.
Anna Haruvas from Good to Go Cafe joined us tonight. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
So we're gonna do a special recipe tonight.
Yeah.
Where did you come up with this one on your own? Is this...
You know, I tweaked it. There's so much, once again, pure food and wine, which if you live out in New York, it's our mecca, the raw foodist. It's amazing. It's actually a place where President Clinton, he lost a lot of weight after having the surgeries. And when I had met him, he was talking about it. Alec Baldwin. The concept
you get to meet President Clinton?
Yeah.
Wow, how?
Well, because I'm a brunette. And no, because actually I was asked by one of my friends. I've met a lot of great people in this industry, which is awesome. And they asked if I wanted to meet him, and I said, yeah, of course. And usually I'm not a loss for words, but I was very speechless around him. I think my voice went up 10 octaves, and I was like being that dumb girl.
So, did you like get his autograph or anything?
No, I got a picture with him though.
Oh, that's better.
With a big
That's
cheesy
perfect.
smile.
That's awesome.
So it was great.
So, any other presidents or famous people? Like,
I've met a lot of, I guess I've met a lot of celebrities. Going out to LA, a lot of people in the industry are raw and vegan, and they just don't advertise it a lot. But that's how they stay very trim. Because the concept with raw is you can eat as much as you want and you don't gain weight. You stay very healthy because your body can't really overeat on things. It'll get full and tell you when to stop. And your body can process it. There's no waste. Like, you eat a big turkey dinner at Thanksgiving, usually people do. You're exhausted.
I'm ready to take a nap.
So you go to sleep, and after 8 hours, you wake up, you're still exhausted. Well, your body spent that whole...
working.
Yeah, it spent that whole time digesting food. The less processed and the more raw your food is, your body has all this other time to go and repair cells, to go make you look beautiful, get rid of wrinkles, just make you feel good. Like clear up those veins.
Perspective.
Yeah.
I like that perspective.
So that's what
Yeah.
Well, I've had this opportunity of eating cooked food for the last 6 or 7 months to really see the difference. Before I was getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep and I was fine. Now I'm like tired throughout the day and I'm like, I need caffeine, I need this. I really don't. My body is just not operating the way it should. Yeah.
Wow. So, back to the recipe that we're doing
Oh
tonight.
yeah, sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
I got excited.
I'm good at getting sidetracked. I'm usually not good at coming back. No, so where'd you get this idea?
Well, Pure Food and Wine, she did it, and I kind of tweaked it. And even Giuliano out in LA, he does it at Planet Raw. There's Carol in Chicago. Everybody, it's just like one of those things. Like once you get in the raw community, everybody starts using the same kind of green things and tweaking it. And
Gotcha. So, are you? Is most of your business locally based, or do you?
for my raw products, it's not locally based. I'm hoping Cleveland will do it. I did start selling my raw products at Tremont Farmers Market.
Okay.
It's every Tuesday, right in Lincoln Park, which I love. I live in Tremont, so it's close. It makes me part of the community, and it keeps me in touch with what people want. But it's 4 to 7. They have a lot of local farmers. They have also Amish that come in, and it's just a great place. So I can sell my product there. It's great.
That really brings me to something else I wanted to ask you. Where do you do your shopping? And not necessarily for the restaurant. Is it separate where you shop for your home as far as where you shop for the restaurant?
No, because lucky for me, like if I get my produce, like I try to stay local as much as I can. I try to use Chef's Garden. They're like the Louis Vuitton of the, or I don't know what for guitars, Fender, of vegetables. I mean, they grow everything there. They pick it there. You get it the next day. K&G Greens. Jeremy's someone that started to come to me and sell me products. His stuff's amazing. He'll pick the stuff, bring it to me, and it's right there. It's fresh. And then there's Sanson that's at the food terminal. They're not local, but they have really great organic product. So I try to do that. The problem is a lot of this stuff, because we're not living in a place year-round where we can get things, is I tell everybody to try to use local farmers, get the stuff and freeze it. You can freeze everything. It can go really, really cold. You just don't want it to get really, really hot. You're not going to try to cook everything out of it, but it can go as hot as, as cold as you can get it.
So that brings me, got 2 more questions.
Okay.
So What is your can you share your freezing process with us?
I have done, like when I have tons of avocados, I just blend them, you know, that's all I do. I try to use containers that are safe. You try to get away from the plastic. You try to get away from those things. Mason jars are great for sauces. I mean, just get those tomatoes, do everything. And then in those cold winter months when you're like craving something, you have it there. Take blueberries, put them in a bag, freeze them.
Also, it's going to be less expensive during the
Exactly.
summer.
And it's mind-boggling to me that people will spend more money on gas per gallon, especially if they have a luxury car, than the fuel for their body. I'll have people that are like, I can't spend $7 on that. I'm like, how much did you fill up your gas tank with? And it's getting you from point A to point B. The fuel of your body is going to get you so much further. It's going to make you feel better. You're not going to lose your libido. You're not going to feel bad. You're going to be awesome. Like, I just can't imagine the way sometimes we forget how important the food is, our own fuel for our body, compared to inanimate objects. And
you know, I have a hard time managing the shelf life. Like you mentioned, you know, he gets it right off, cuts it, and brings it to you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Not everybody, you know, has that luxury, or is willing to go out of their way and
Right.
you know, to do that. So it's kind of like convenience. So, you know, it seems like to me that freezing it as soon as you get it anywhere, even if I
Right.
am going to use it next month or 2 weeks from now,
Right.
it probably would seem like the smart thing to do. Because I read, and we mentioned this last week, that we throw away so much food. Do you throw away a lot of food?
I've become very aware of it. And even when we do charity events, I have made other chefs very aware of our waste, that we can't just throw things away. I'd rather give it away. I live in an area where I'm very blessed, where there's a lot of organizations that will take care of that Stella Maris. Contact your churches, contact anybody. There's so many people that are in need of food. There's no reason to waste it. You know, a lot of times the people that are working for you in restaurants, don't be fooled. Everybody's hungry. Everybody has families. And even if you grow, like if you get a box with your children and you can grow a tomato plant. I mean, I kill pretty much everything,
Sure.
and I had a tomato plant. You can grow things, and then you can see it, and it's so exciting because you take that food and you're cooking with it, and it's a great way to get people back in tune with their family and slow cooking and talking while you eat and not watching TV and
Right.
everybody's Facebooking or doing all this crazy stuff. So
How long do you usually keep something before you decide, okay, it's not up to the quality?
if I get a craving, I'll usually go and pick something up. Or if I have it at work, like I always use spinach, spring mix. I'm always using my greens. Once in a while, if I get a craving, like I had a craving for avocados, and I bought a case of organic, and that's when I froze them. And then I just will defrost them. I make a raw key lime pie with key lime, lime juice, agave, and coconut butter and avocados. So that's perfect. I can just pull that out. I'll have to make you something. And it's just, it feels so good, and it's, you know, honestly, like, even like a key lime pie, piece of pie is 700 calories. With avocado, it's gonna be a couple hundred. Like, it's just when you start seeing all the pros to something, you wanna do it more.
Wow. What a wonderful message you're bringing to the show tonight. I really appreciate it. And I think what you've done is amazing. And
Thank you.
It's wonderful. And so if I'm coming out, is there a peak time that you're really busy and a time that would become a good time to come out to the cafe where it's not as busy?
I think my busiest time is probably during lunch, so 11:30 to 1:30. But I tell everybody, if you go to my webpage and you have any questions, I share recipes. Even if you open up a place across the street from me and sell all my food, God love you. Like, I didn't invent food. So if I can help you eat better and teach you how to eat more simpler for your family and get it done, I will. I teach classes. I am, for my 18th anniversary coming up, I'm doing a big fundraiser, a dinner, and I'm having a lot of area chefs, and we're going to be selling
at the
tickets.
cafe?
Yeah, there's a penthouse at IMG, and it's beautiful. You can see the whole city, and it's going to be we're going to probably be able to sell 80 tickets, but it's all going to go to local charities, and I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome.
But
When is that?
That's going to be, my anniversary is October 1st, so it'll be in October.
Okay.
But I'm thinking of also giving like a tour, like if you want to go to the market, you know, I'll take you down there on Saturday, show you how to pick produce, not buy tons that it's going to go bad, just make a simple meal. I mean, like I said, any questions people have, especially I have so many books from Going Raw, or just going vegan or any questions they have on trying to eat a little healthier, I definitely will share. Any knowledge. I think that's your responsibility as a human being is to share your gift. And my gift is food.
And you have written a book.
No, I'm working on that. Yeah. Oops, no, that's okay. It's good.
Inside information.
No, it's good. It's good.
You know, what about the cafe part? You serve coffee?
I do.
Any special blend or anything?
I use a Kona blend. I use local roasters. So yeah.
I'm a big coffee fan.
Yeah, I love coffee. It's horrible, I know. But
I think it's got some good properties too.
It does.
We could probably Google it and find something.
But all those pure foodists out there are like, coffee, no, evil. And you know, I'm one of those raw foodists that I will have wine, like the NSV, you know, non-sulfite, stuff like that. A lot of people stay away from any kind of alcohol.
Right.
Like sake, you can make a sake martini, you can make sake things. Anything that's unprocessed, unfiltered is good. Raw.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. Have you ever made your own wine?
No.
No.
Now I'm going to get that in my head and want to do it. Yeah. That's what I want to do next.
So you mentioned hot cha-cha.
Yeah.
All right.
Rosie, I love the drummer. She's my friend, I love you.
Right on. Well, since we don't have a musical guest tonight, we're going to check them out. We got a video. It's about 4.5 minutes long. When we come back, Anna is going to hook us up with her recipe on our raw food smoothie tonight.
Yum, yum.
I can't wait.
It's going to be good.
I cannot wait. All right, so let's check out some hot cha-cha. I got a video here for you, folks. Enjoy. And we'll be right back after hot cha-cha. All right, we're back to a Healthy Cleveland. I'm Dana Clark, your host, with Anna Haruvas, the owner of Good to Go Cafe. She's got a fantastic recipe for us tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's everything actually we were talking about, and it's getting rid of all the mercury and everything that's in our body, our toxins. You have to be really careful. I forgot to say this earlier. Your skin is the largest organ, so be very careful about the lotions you put in it, everything like that. Try to stick with natural things like makeup for ladies. They just are causing so much cancer, so many allergies, so many problems. So I know it's a little annoying sometimes, but actually if you go to Nature Bin and Whole Foods, places like that, the substitute for real natural makeup and Pure Cosmetics is a great one I use, isn't much more than anything else.
Wow.
So
Great.
that being said, we're going to start with the grapefruit, and this is excellent, and it detoxifies the liver, which isn't, like people always say, well, I don't drink alcohol. It's not that. Your liver is like really cleaning everything. So if you ever take any medication, if you're ever even taking over-the-counter allergy things or ingesting things.
Liver is also your obviously most important organ for metabolism.
Yes. So if you're having trouble, you're sluggish, get that. Cucumber, they say Cleopatra would eat 2 whole cucumbers a day. And it's actually a natural thing for your skin to get the glow. Helps decrease like any kind of acne problems, anything like that. So young kids that might be going through hormonal change, lots and lots of cucumbers. Pineapple, love it. I work out a lot and I take odd classes and I might bruise a lot from Pilates or pole dancing, or I do it all, cross training, spinning. So pineapple, actually, if you bruise easily or you have any bruising, just always take that. And it's also really good for your skin. And then this is one of the miracle little things. Just take a lot of cilantro. We're gonna put that in there.
All right. All of it. Awesome.
Dude, why not? We'll put a little in first. We'll save that so you can have it in the morning. We won't be wasteful. We were just talking about that.
If we need to use it all, use it all.
Dude, I love lime juice, lime, any kind of citrus. I start every morning to get my body more alkaline. Because it gets so acidic at night and you're coughing up, you're bringing up all that stuff. I have fresh lemon juice. So I just take a lemon, squeeze it in water, and down that first thing in the morning.
Good.
Agave is what's going to be the natural sugar. Agave your body can recognize that it's natural. So it's going to be very easy for you to digest and not gain weight, and not like, for diabetic people, I would strongly recommend this, and it's less calories and it tastes really good. So put like a little bit in there.
And this is, I guess, in a lot of vegan sweets like cookies and that, they use
agave for everything. I use it in my key lime pie, I use it for everything. Just because you don't want to have anything that's, like this is like a plant-based, it's natural. Once again, we're just trying to go with that. You can get pure vanilla, but it's very pricey, and for the amount we need, just use the vanilla extract. It's not like 100% raw, but we're gonna like be 1% off. A little cinnamon for flavor.
All right.
Yeah, and get the metabolism going.
Oh.
It's gonna be yummy. And the best thing about Vitamix is they will take everything, right?
Yes.
And on.
Want to speed it up a little bit?
Yeah. I have a different one, so this is good. But if you could start every morning with this, you would be like, I'm telling you what you would do for your body would love you. Your skin would glow, you won't have to wear as much makeup, you won't need to get Botox. When you look at people that are raw, they really, their body just fights wrinkles. People are constantly thinking, I'm getting work done or something. No.
Wow, that is juicy.
Dude, it's juicy. It's gonna be so good.
Obviously, there's a lot of water.
Well, that's the
fruits
fruit,
and vegetables.
and that's why, like, if you're watching your weight or you're trying to stay hydrated, like, you're gonna be dehydrated. Like, this will just totally help counteract that. And if you ever do drink, I tell everybody this: coconut water, nature's Gatorade. Do not drink Gatorade. Just have some fresh coconut water.
But it's got electrolytes.
Yeah, but coconut. Yeah, a lot of misnamers going out there.
Have you seen that movie? There's a great movie, Idiocracy.
I love the title.
You've got to watch it. It's hilarious.
Okay.
You know, this is the first time that we've had a smoothie on the show that we have not had yogurt or soy milk.
Yeah.
Or ice.
I would try to get away from soy. your body, especially men, you shouldn't be intaking a lot of soy. It will mess with your levels, your hormones. So coconut milk, coconut oil,
Almond?
Almond's good.
We actually do a lot of the almond milk too.
And
Almond or soy milk, yeah.
But coconut, it fights so many things. It's so good for us, and a lot of people are scared of it, and they shouldn't be. I don't know how we split this up.
Oh,
Do you want to try it?
Everybody's gonna probably try someday.
Yeah.
Try some of mine. Four's perfect.
Oh my gosh, I have it
Well,
it's not even pour.
don't forget, folks, AnnaandTheRaw.com. Make sure you check out the website. Check her out during her juicing. I want to say juicing fest.
Where I will weigh
Juice
myself
fest.
because I have put on some, and it's gonna
Go on
be,
to Chris.
but it'll be worth it. It'll be good.
All right,
It might
here we
need a
go.
little-
I'm ready.
Might need a little agave. It's gonna have a little tart.
Wow,
But when you wake up in the morning, that's it. You could always put a little more agave.
that has got flavor though.
It does.
It's like a.
You're ready to start the day.
See, I dig it. I'm into it.
But it's got that little tart. You can always sweeten
Sweeten it
I
up.
stay away from that until I really need it. But it has that,
And I can chew it a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know?
It hangs out of your mouth a little bit. But it's super good for you.
Awesome. Well, once again, I really appreciate you coming out
Yeah,
tonight.
thanks for
Thank you
having
for
me.
your time.
Of
All right,
course.
and it's a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you.
And,
Come out to our anniversary
I will
and
definitely
eat some good
come out.
food.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, folks. We sure appreciate you watching A Healthy Cleveland. There is a healthy consciousness that is sweeping Cleveland, which makes us a healthy city.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. And Cleveland, be healthy.
Cheers.